making shit incredibly weird. This is some context for what's going to happen later with the Your Age situation, where Valkyrae says it is odd for a 34-year-old woman to simply just play video games with a 19-year-old woman. Some of y'all have already seen this, but it gets worse the worse that we get in here. So like, comment, subscribe. It's going to get pretty crazy by the end of this video. Let's get into it.
My youngest youth is gone. And now I'm in the middle of life. I'm halfway to death.
True. And you still have no kids. Is that not pathetic? I promise you, we're going to start seeing an epidemic of streamers freaking the fuck out because they're in their mid-30s and they don't have kids. It's great. And then they're going to go through, well, I don't want to spoil what's going to happen next, but let's just say it's going to be less than fruitful. No one will care about money. No one will care about fame. And the streamers that will actually gain popularity are ones that just become normal people and have kids and live healthy, happy lives. Whereas everybody else are just going to seem like grown-up man children and have pathetic, miserable lives. And that's the truth. When you have all these millions of dollars and you have no family to spend it on, what was the point? To get a couple extra figures? Wow.
I'm halfway there. How am I going to spend the rest of my days? No, you're not, question mark. Well, I mean, realistically, we could all die tomorrow. You never know. And that's okay. It's quite beautiful if you think about it.
No, that would fucking suck. The only reason why you would be okay with dying tomorrow is because you have nothing to live for. Bro, I have so much shit I still want to do. And you should really question why you'd be okay with dying tomorrow. After living such an unfulfilled life, Valkyrae, you have played video games your whole life, and that's it. That's all you've done.
You consider 30 halfway? I think with the way I treat my body, yes. I think if I don't pull myself together soon, I'm going to be very extra. I'm really unhealthy. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been drinking energy drinks for breakfast for like the past 5 years.
You stay at home, you have no children, you play video games every day, and you eat food like a child. And your audience conditions you to do that and accepts it. The reality is, Valkyrae, your biological clock is almost done. The moment you turn 35, your kid's chance drastically have an increased chance of developing health issues because you did not have kids at a proper time. And the reality is you are single. You are going to get into another relationship. It's going to take you minimum 2 years to be okay with that. And judging by your previous selection of partners, the odds are very against you for finding a good person. I'm going to be real. If you were okay with dating Hassan Piker for 2.5 years, I'm not going to lie. Your taste in men is a little bit questionable. Gonna be completely honest.
And then also, I've become
entirely infertile. Also, I hope that they have no children. God forbid. Which led to this take afterwards.
Back to the main point that happened this past week. So obviously, it's nothing I never want to admit this, but it really affected me over the years. Like all the hate, all of the, like, oh, you're too old for this. You suck, start a family. It actually did get to me, admittedly.
Boy, that's so sad.
Yeah,
I hate that.
It fucked me up, even though.
Man, I can't believe that this community that you curated got to you. Well, maybe if you didn't so heavily tie yourself to Hassan Piker, your community wouldn't suck so much dick. As well as if maybe you didn't apologize for shit you never should have apologized for, maybe your community wouldn't suck so much balls. I'm not going to lie, Valkyrae. You apologize for saying no cap on a stack for real, because dem's black people words and dem was kangs. I can't take their African-American vernacular. You want to know why you're miserable? Because you let miserable people dictate your life.
I don't want it to. It has, because I start thinking like, you're right. What am I doing? And it's like, oh man, like,
you're living your
but this
best
is like
life.
My career. Like I'm having
this. You have friends.
I like this. And so I realized
you have friends. Really? That's crazy because Valkyrae said literally 2 weeks ago that she doubt anybody would show up to her funeral if she died.
Especially in the past few years, because I'm 30.
And the fact that you have friends like Lily Pichu gassing Valkyrae up, who is actively destroying her life. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. I hate to break the immersion here, Valkyrae, but when you're on your deathbed at 7 years old, you're not going to give a fuck if you had 30,000 viewers playing Among Us. You're going to be horrifically depressed that you have nobody around you, no loved ones, no children who are mourning your death whatsoever. Your fans are going to forget you in 5 years. So yeah, maybe you should get your life in order and stop listening to your so-called friends who say, everything is okay. You're great the way you are, queen. No cap for real on a stack. You need to lock the in and find somebody to have a family with, because you're going to regret it if you don't. And think about what I'm saying. A guy who doesn't even like you. I've given you better advice for your life than any of these so-called friends you have in your life, because they're just going to mindlessly support you, because they're not there to tell you what's best. They're there to tell you what you want to hear, because God forbid they don't get the raid later.
I've tried to avoid situations where age might become the topic. And so, for example, I was supposed to do a collab with Your Rage, and it was supposed to be an IRL stream, just one-on-one, but I asked, I was like, hey, can we do like a gaming thing with a group, do it in a group? And so we did Mario Party with Extra Emily and Leslie, and it was really.
Wow, you're playing Mario Party as a 34-year-old woman? Valkyrae, you know Mario Party is a game for kids. You know there's kids in that game. Doesn't that make you a pedophile for playing Mario Party, according to your same logic? So what are we doing here? So let me get this right. You think it's weird if you play video games with a 19-year-old, but you don't think it's weird to play video games that were designed for 3 years old. And this is what I mean by these content creators having no sense in their virtues whatsoever, because if you apply them to every other aspect of their life, they fall apart so quickly, because these people, they just have nonsensical takes with virtues that mean nothing. And they're just saying things because they just want to look like a good person, just like Iron Mouse with generative AI. Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up.
Fun. It was awesome. It was fun. I was also supposed to go to the Philippines with Jason the Ween, and it was like a one-on-one thing. And I realized, I was like, man, I just like don't want to IRL stream. Like I actually just want to stay home. And
wow, a 34-year-old woman collabing with a 20-year-old man? One-on-one IRL? Isn't that weird and sexual, Valkyrae? Isn't that pedophilic?
Be comfortable. So I ended up canceling that. And also the scheduling didn't work out anyways. But and then there's this beautiful 19-year-old.
Whoa! Calling a 19-year-old beautiful? Oh my God, that's literally rape. Valkyrae, more like Valkyrae. Fantasizing about 19-year-olds? Police, check this woman's hard drive.
Just incredible creator. She can sing, gorgeous. Her name is Yana. And we'd been talking for a while about collabing.
This is me RPing with Valkyrae's virtues, by the way.
I didn't want to do an IRL stream, but I also wanted to like plan something that'd be appropriate.
Yeah, why don't you play Apex Legends? Because you're sounding like a real predator right now. Yeah, let's act like every other CC on the left does.
The way I worded it on stream, it came off as if I didn't want to collab with her because she was 19, which is just simply not true. We were planning things. I think that she's so talented. I want to be someone that younger streamers can look up to and that I can help raise up. Oh God, I wish.
So isn't Valkyrae literally admitting that she wants to groom younger streamers here? By the way, I love how she's going to Lily Pichu for advice. A chick who has no personality whatsoever, so she has to fake a Mickey Mouse anime voice, otherwise nobody will watch her. By the way, everybody knows that's not Lily Pichu's voice. Yes, she's been faking it for a decade. She's been faking her voice for 10 years. It's insane.
I'm just a poorly spoken person.
Okay.
That's a lot of fucking trauma. And I feel like I'm also too open for my own good, honestly. But yeah.
No, Valkyrae, you're too obsessed with looking like a good person. So the morals and virtues that you preach constantly are a plague on everybody else, because you're attempting to seem like the most good and the most pure. But the reality is you're just not that smart. So maybe we just try telling the truth for a little bit, and then maybe people would get off your back. And the only trauma you have is having to have dated Hassan for 2.5 years.
At the end of the day, I realized I think I've been putting it off so long because I don't want to admit that I had a problem. Like, I didn't want to leave Twitter because I didn't want them to win, like push me off of it. You know what I mean? Which is really stupid at the end of the day because like it really is just a small bubble.
It's
like the worst people in the world.
Bubble, and their entire thing is to clip farm you and
Hey, sometimes Twitter's hilarious though.
and etc.
Yeah.
Twitter does fucking suck though, but sometimes it's hilarious.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a therapist. I've got one. I'm going to actually get off Twitter. I need to stop explaining myself. And I'm just going to freaking show love to the people that deserve it. I know I've said this before. I relapse sometimes. But yeah, like.
Trust me, guys. This time it's different. Yeah.
Do you know
So now we have Destiny weighing in on the Yana Valkyrae situation.
why? I know why.
Good.
I don't. I genuinely don't. It makes no sense to me.
It's because she's insecure over her age.
True.
So she doesn't want to be next to a young girl. 100 billion %. Yes. She doesn't want to stream next to a 19-year-old because any comment in chat's going to fucking destroy her fucking brain. Yeah.
Valkyrae hates being called old. Valkyrae hates being reminded that she doesn't have a family. Valkyrae hates being called childless. And Valkyrae hates admitting this last thing, which is that the people shitting on her for all of this are 100% correct. Giving life to a child is the most beautiful thing you can do as a woman. And she copes so hard saying, I'm just going to be young, hot, and play video games every day. I guarantee you Valkyrae cries herself to sleep knowing she will never have a family. And I think it's awful that her friends have gaslighted her into thinking that that's what she wants to do.
But I remember
35,
there was that one thing where when they were playing Among Us or whatever, and somebody mentioned her age, and it was a pretty big thing.
Destiny is the last person to say anything about relationships or life choices. I don't know, man. I feel like he's absolutely right. If there's anyone who is very pro having sex with their wives, it's him. Destiny is so pro having sex with his wife, he even lets other men do it for him. It's great. So honestly, I feel like he's quite the expert because if anybody knows about coming in his wife, it's him and every other guy in his social circle. It's great. I think he's an expert.
Crying, yeah.
I don't know if she cried, but it was, yeah. Or she might have, maybe. I don't remember, yeah.
I think she cried.
Baby angel that can sing and is gorgeous. And she's been
And for 10 subs, you can f his wife too, chat. Let's go! Yep, Wife Wednesdays. Let's get it.
Also, there's so many crazy retarded dynamics here that like just are not, men don't ever think about these because we don't ever deal with this shit. But if you are if you are a 20-year-old woman, your number one adversary, your number one op at the workplace is always another woman over 30, okay? For reasons that are just so retardedly gender dynamics related and crazy retarded. This is like, even if it sounds like comments that are nice or whatever, like, oh, no, she's like so sweet and cute or whatever. Oh, man. Woo. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, this whole thing is insanely fucking cringe.
See, this is why I wish Destiny wasn't a f because sometimes he's funny. And that's all I really ask of people who I want to talk to is sometimes just be funny. He goes in further.
I know that, like, it's easy for me to say this, and it's a bit of a selfish request, I guess. But, like, well, no, because I do this. I wish that people could, like, take a hit to kind of, like, move things a little bit different culturally. You know, like, there is a lot of pressure on women related to age. There's a lot of pressure for them to look and act younger. But, like, you could just buck that trend a bit.
Yeah, there should be pressure on women to have kids. Do you want to know why? Because if they fucking don't, it leads to the extinction of our species. There should be pressure on women to have kids, just like there should be pressure on men to provide for those women so they can do that. And that's completely fine. I wish the world was nice and easy. But think about our ancestors who had to fight lions and fucking saber-toothed tigers and fucking, I don't know, elephants with bazookas. Okay? Yeah, I know. Oh my God. Someone on the internet said I need to have kids. Oh my God, the pressure. If everybody wasn't such a pussy, women wouldn't be horrified to have kids. It's okay to pressure women to have kids, just like it's okay to tell men to get their life together so they can provide for their family. Stress builds greatness. And there's a reason why that pressure exists. Jesus.
Like, you will get hate for it, obviously, and it will be annoying to deal with. But, like, you also signal to the world that it's okay to, you know, have a podcast or stream or be an older woman, and it's not like the end of the world or whatever, you know? But when you do stuff...
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's just the end of their bloodline.
Stuff like this, when you let people bully you around so much, you kind of, whether you want to or not, you're kind of reinforcing those trends, which is unfortunate, but yeah.
What do you mean? Like, you're giving them power by letting
not giving them power, but you're asserting your when you support the status quo, or when you adhere to the status quo, in a way you support the status quo. So if you're
just make it very simple. When you pander to the weak constantly, those same people will be the ones that fuck your life over. It's very simple. Reminder that our own mods got so mad at her for saying no cap on a stack for real. I said this. That they sent a document on AAVE language, and she was so spineless, she actually made a public apology to them. She massively reinforces all these weird-ass attacks on herself. Facts. Liberal women will say they're poorly spoken and yet still do podcasts and preach their woke view to the masses. True. Your Rage apologizes to Valkyrae.
I'm dead sorry. Yo, Valkyrae, I apologize. You was right. It's niggas like that make you, like, weary of it. Damn, if I play a video game with this girl, niggas are gonna call me old and put some allegations on me. These are the worst type of niggas, my nigga.
Yeah. You mean the people that both of your communities pander to? Yeah. Why do you think almost every single streamer has allegations right now? Because people like you and people like Valkyrae enforce these type of communities. So I don't want to see any of y'all complain about this shit when y'all were the ones who enforced it.
Cause they don't like you, they is willing to ruin your reputation and push it on your name. These are the worst type of niggas. You control me with anything else. I don't give a fuck you talking about my knees. I don't give a fuck you say I'm collabing with white motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck.
So let me get this right. So Your Age consistently gets harassment for merely collabing with white people? So we're going to call Asmongold's community toxic because they spam DEI on video games with lesbians in it. But there's an entire genre of Twitch viewers, aka the W community, who will shit on black people if they collab with whites. Okay? And that's just fine on Twitch? Oh, because it's white people, of course.
But don't troll me on that tip though, boy. That's weird, gang. You feel me? Like, what the f is you even talking about?
I don't know. All I heard you say was the N-word about 7 times and white people are bad. Weighing in on Valkyrae to really finish up the Triforce here.
Ben the Dawn is 40 and always collabs with Yana. I mean...
Chat, I feel like once you bring the topic in and you expand on it, I think it's automatically weird. And it's unfortunate that it's the way it is. And I'm trying to say that she's weird. But if you bring it up as a topic, it's not weird because of what it is. It's weird because the topic is not open like this. And that was weird. But I think bring the topic up when it's not somebody who's close to underage or whatever. It's like some clearly an adult person. I think it's automatically. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she has some form of things that
Yeah, Valkyrae will cry in the near future for once again the disaster that she chose to put upon herself.